Hello and welcome back to an F1 news video here on the channel. I got a couple of headlines that have been getting quite big in the past few days. A lot of drama happening within the Red Bull team again. Even another update on F1 in Incheon, if that even happens in 2027. Finally, another update on that front. But first off, I got a new jacket. Backside. What do you think? Alright, enough of all that. Let's get started. So, Incheon is once again in the headlines for their Formula One bid, with an update on their preliminary feasibility study and the fact that now Hermann Tilke, who is, of course, worldwide known track architect and butcherer, depending on who you ask, is going to be working with the project as well. Some key points I'm definitely noticing from this is that they say that the preliminary feasibility study is supposed to end in January. Only thing is, if you've seen my other videos talking about F1 and Incheon, they say that the feasibility study is supposed to be ending towards like the final few months of this year. So why is this study being delayed? I don't know. But it is concerning to me. Hopefully they get it together, speed things up a little bit, because if they do want to get a race in, the sooner it is, the better that they confirm it and have a plan. Once the study is completed, the city plans to request national level support from the government and gradually proceed with the process of attracting the F1 Grand Prix, including discussions on forming an official promoter responsible for planning and operating the event. The city is considering hosting the first F1 Incheon Grand Prix in 2027 and been holding the event annually for at least 5 years. Unlike the races in Japan or China, which are held at dedicated circuits, Incheon is planning a city race similar to those in Monaco or Las Vegas, with possible circuit locations being reviewed in Yeongjongdo and Songdo. Now, just to refresh, Yeongjongdo is the island that holds their international airport, and Songdo is their big economic business district. If just looking at it, I know people are going to have their thoughts and opinions. I know we're going to completely disagree, but I think the best area to do the race at is Songdo. The streets are already there, and if you can actually make the corners just right and have long straights into sharp corners, I think it can definitely work at Songdo, especially when considering Yeongjongdo doesn't have any racing infrastructure ready right now, while Songdo already has plenty of wide roads and different variations of turns and corners as well, not just 90-degree ones. I think you can make a really good circuit out of that area. And here's the second source talking about F1 and Incheon. This is my Yale business newspaper based in Korea. This is the source that actually talks about Hermann Tilke and some other successes going on in regards to F1 popularity in Korea. Attention is focusing on Incheon City's move to officially attract F1 last year, as the movie, F1 the Movie, starring Brad Pitt, surpassed 5 million domestic audiences and exploded fandom for F1 racing. Amid the people's conflict after the announcement of the F1 bid, it has been confirmed that related service providers are positively considering holding F1. According to the Incheon Metropolitan Government, on the 6th, the F1 Grand Prix Basic Initiative and Pre-Validation Survey service, ordered by the city in June, is being carried out by Germany's Tilke and the Korea Institute for Industrial Development. Tilke, a company specializing in F1 circuit design, is reviewing whether it is possible to implement the F1 circuit using existing urban roads, and the Korea Institute for Industrial Development is comprehensively reviewing the feasibility and expected effects of the project. Specialized strategies such as development strategies linked to neighboring local governments, investment attraction, and tourism synergy effects will also be discovered and presented to the government. So, of course, just a lot of things we gotta look over in terms of a street circuit like Las Vegas. If you want to see what I was able to do when it comes to watching the Las Vegas Grand Prix this year, you can check out my Instagram and Facebook. I have a bunch of posts showing how I was able to watch the race, where I stayed, And just what I was able to do, like, it was really fun to go there. But of course, traffic and road closure, that's definitely quite something to get used to. Red Bull's second seat, once again in shambles. Yuki Tsunoda will not be extended by Red Bull. He will be dropped down to a test role within the team, while Isack Hadjar, after just one season with V-Carb, will be promoted to that second seat. Yuki Tsunoda has given his full reaction to the news that he will drop off the F1 grid in 2026, admitting it is tough to take, but he is also yet to fully process the situation. Shortly after the Qatar Grand Prix weekend, Red Bull announced that Isack Hadjar is taking Tsunoda's place next season, while F2 racer Arvid Lindblad is stepping up to partner Liam Lawson at Racing Bulls. Tsunoda, meanwhile, has been demoted to a test and reserve role for both Red Bull and Racing Bulls, aka V-Carb, or just whatever the hell you want to call that team. Meaning he falls off the grid some 5 years after his debut, and with the then named AlphaTauri squad. Can they just settle on a freaking name for that team for once? It's pissing me off. So Liam Lawson will be getting a new teammate at V-Carb as a result. Arvid Lindblad, who is an F2 prospect, will pair up with him. But at the same time, this whole situation continues to piss me off even more. Liam Lawson, who was called in first of all to replace Sergio Perez, only lasted 3 races until getting kicked off the curb. And then they don't even give Yuki Tsunoda a full season, and yet he's just out of it. Now, of course, some are going to say that Yuki Tsunoda is completely underperforming, which is true. Isack Hadjar actually has more podiums than Yuki this season, but how many drivers is it going to take to realize that the problem is not the driver? It's the damn second seat and whoever the hell is in charge of setting up that car to accommodate the driver. Because think about it. After Daniel Ricciardo left, we had Pierre Gasly. Only half a season later, he gets replaced by Alex Albon. After 2020, replaced by Sergio Perez. Sergio actually does good for 2 seasons. But then back half of 2023 and 24, he completely falls off the pace. And then he gets replaced by Liam Lawson. And then he gets kicked out, as I expected would happen. Because why would you promote someone who to the Red Bull team when they haven't even raced a full season yet? And now we have Yuki Tsunoda. Red Bull, if I had to say something to you, you need to just fire Helmut Marko and everyone else involved with that second car. Because when are you going to realize that you can't just everyone to come in and do exactly the same things Max Verstappen does? Not every driver is going to be like Max Verstappen. They have their own style with the F1 car. They need certain nuances to be fixed, while other parts of the car need to stay the same or just a bit more different. I don't know why we're in 2025, heading into 2026, and still having this problem. So yeah, Yuki Tsunoda, I don't blame him one bit. I think it's the team still that's the problem. Recent years are clearly showing that Red Bull need to get it together. But there you have it. Just my thoughts on how Red Bull is currently ruining their second seat, placing everything in Max Verstappen's hands rather than dealing with the issues at hand. If you have your own opinions on F1 in Korea and the whole situation going on with the second seat of Red Bull, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. In the meantime, though, I will be posting a video soon on Week 13 on iRacing, because yes, that is coming up soon. And if you want to see more F1 updates like this, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel. And I'll see you all another time.